What is going on, community? What is going on, people of Earth? Welcome back to the Flash by Night channel, and welcome back to another episode of The Re-Up. Today I'm going to share with you my new comic book day pickups, but also a few back issues I got at a really good price at an auction, and an AOK from my bearded comic bro. So go ahead, hit that like button, and we're going to get started with a book from last week, or maybe week before last. This is Flash 123, the facsimile version, also known as the Flash of Two Worlds. If you've been watching lately, I got one of these as an AOK, but I already ordered one from my shop, so I have two, which means someone else may get one in the near future. Next book up, we have Flash 1 Minute War Special, issue number 1. We've kicked off the 1 Minute War where some speedster type aliens come to Earth and they're going to wage a 1 minute war, but they didn't count on us having our own speedsters. I believe this issue is going to actually tell us more about the aliens and about their purpose for trying to conquer Earth in the 1 minute war. Next book I have from Zenescope, Phoenix Files, issue number 1. Now this book is about this guy Phoenix, whose name I really don't remember. I want to call him Simon Phoenix. If you get that reference, you're cool with me. But Phoenix here has pyrokinesis, which is basically the use and manipulation of fire, and he's been using this for several organizations, several shadow agencies, things of that nature, but he does not remember his own past. He has little idea to who he actually is until some unknown force comes into his life and is going to take him on a journey to find out who he is. That was an interesting synopsis to me, and so I thought I'd give this book a chance. So this is Phoenix Files, issue number 1. Next book up is going to be Flawed, issue number 5. So we're still following Jim, our psychiatrist by day and vigilante by night, as she tries to hunt down members of this kind of shadowy organization that's been kidnapping and trafficking young girls in Setham City. Now there are some supernatural elements to this book, and also a bunch of dirty cops, and when we last left off, the one cop that we thought we could trust may be in trouble. So we'll check out Flawed number 5 and see what happens next. Next book up is another book that is from a couple of weeks ago. We have Murder World Wolverine. Now these Murder World books are not actually about the character that you see on the cover. They're actually about Arcade, this I think X-Men villain, if I'm not mistaken, who is basically playing Squid Games with a whole bunch of kids and young adults to give them money, give them a fortune if they survive. But he is also using some of our favorite characters. There is a Murder World Spider-Man book and a Murder World Avengers book. I really dived in because I wanted to stick around for the Murder World Moon Knight book. I am not sure how that's going to go, but we're going to see what happens with Arcade and Murder World. I've heard from several people who've been keeping up with this book that it's enjoyable, and we'll get through it soon enough, and I'll let you know what I thought. Next book up I have Miles Morales, Spider-Man, issue number 3, and it looks like we are finally going to meet and get to know our new villain Rabble, who knows a lot about Miles Morales, Spider-Man, including that he's Miles Morales, and she is intending on making his life miserable. Next book up we have Moon Knight, issue number 20. Apparently whoever this guy here is going after a lot of Moon Knight's old and newer associates and killing off people that have helped Moon Knight in the past. I don't know if he knows about the rules of messing with travelers of the night, but I'm sure he's going to find out. And we will too. And the last book I got for a new comic book day is Moon Knight number 20, but I really wanted this Blade variant cover. So the next few books I got at an auction at about $2 a piece. I thought that was a really good deal to get these books. They did come in this envelope, which is not traditionally a good thing, but luckily they landed safe and sound. And so the first book I have is actually a book that I am not sure why I want it. I've seen it a few times, and it's not in my regular collecting circle. It's not a Miles Morales, it's not Flash, it's not Moon Knight, it's not Transformers or Howard the Duck or any of the other books that I collect regularly. But Fear Itself, Deadpool number 2 has this great MC Hammer type cover. I really loved it, and as I said, it was about $2. I could not pass it up. Next book we have is a book I recently got, but I don't mind having a double of it, and maybe I'll find someone who wants a double sooner or later. But for now, we have Moon Knight issue number 8. This is part of the Houston run, the Houston and Finch run. Of course, you got Moon Knight and Captain America on the cover. And then the last book we have is Moon Knight issue number 9, with Moon Knight and Punisher on the cover. And if I'm not mistaken, this is some early Miko Suyon. I don't want to say this is Miko's first comic work, maybe first with Marvel. I have to do some research, but I think this is really early Miko Suyon in the pages of Moon Knight issue number 9. Lastly, I got an AOK, or I guess it's actually a win from Bearded Comic Bro. For those who don't know, there is a almost monthly challenge from Cole's Comic Claims and the Bearded Comic Bro to show off 10 covers of some kind of theme that they come up with, and I've been participating pretty regularly. I've actually fallen behind. I've got 2 to catch up on, and also I've probably got hundreds of actual challenge videos to watch because this thing has grown immensely over the months and over the last couple of years. But as part of one challenge I took, there was a giveaway to a participant, and I happened to be that participant. And so Bearded Comic Bro sent me 2 books, and I'm going to share them with you. The first one being Super Soldier number 1 from Amalgam Comics. I've seen this around before, but I've never actually seen it out in the wild. But Bearded Comic Bro sent me a copy. I may pop this thing open and read it. I've never actually read an Amalgam book. Just a really quick story. I'm looking at a Lobo the Duck book at an auction right now. Hopefully it doesn't get too high. Hopefully I have that book to show to you in the near future. But right now we have Super Soldier issue number 1 from Amalgam Comics. And the other book that he sent is a book I have never seen. It is Spider-Man Deadpool issue number 18, the Stan Lee box exclusive. This is a book I've never seen before, and I don't even know what to make of it. But Stan is keeping Deadpool and Spider-Man separate and just doing normal Stan Lee things. And that was another episode of The Re-Up. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you saw something you liked. If you did enjoy yourself, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to keep up with me, picking up my comics, wherever I may pick them up from, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Of course, feel free to leave comments. And as we always do at this time, love yourself, love others, and I We'll be back in a flash.